Ready? Welcome to Dynasty Ballpark for the final of the Jefferies Cup South Island Championships between the Canterbury Red Sox and Otago. So just going into this game, these are the two top teams in the round robin, the just completed round robin. Canterbury won all 4 games, and Otago had 3 wins and 1 loss, and that one defeat was to Canterbury 11-0 yesterday. So these two teams have met once already this weekend, but have proven themselves the best of the 6-team field. So just going through the defensive lineup for Otago, we have Mitchell Finney on the mound. He'll be pitching to Cameron Watts, the Black Sox catcher. First base, Arana Kelly. At second base, Jaden Britt. At third base, Matthew Watts. Shortstop, James Matheson. In left field, Caleb Ledry. In centre field, Nathan Hill. And in right field, Corbin Tuwairua. So Otago operating with without a DP in this game. So all the defensive lineup will hit. The Canterbury batting lineup will be led off by the recent Black Sox player Callum Bishop. Will be in the number 1 slot. Leon Lum, the centre fielder, will be at 2. Jackson Watt at 3. Ruben Elkins 4. Bailey Hamilton, the DP, will be at 5. At 6, Grayson Keeper. At 7, Caleb Stewart. At 8, Curtis Dove. And 9, Drew Delatour. And doing the pitching for Canterbury when they come out will be Josh Kelly. So ball 1, the first pitch delivered by Mitchell Finney to Cam Watts. And Bishop fouls off. We'll make the count 2 balls, 1 strike. So 2 and 1. And strike called on the outside to the left-handed hitter. Bishop tempted but checks the swing, and that makes it a full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Callum Bishop, the Canterbury leadoff man. And ball on the outside. So we have a runner on base. Bishop picks the walk. We'll bring up Leon Lum and Jackson Watt on deck. So Leon Lum, who was in the New Zealand Major Sox team that went to Canberra last week and swept the Test Series 3-0 against the Australian under-23s. Lum attempts sort of a running bunt then and fouls off. Taking the signal from coach Paul Delatour, former Black Sox infielder. And Leon Lum just holds off, so 1 and 1. Strike called down low, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's going to drop in for a Texas League, a single to shallow right field. Bishop will scoot around to 3. Lum goes to 2 on the throw back in. And so the first single of the game goes to Canterbury's Leon Lum. Up now, Jackson Watt. So the ball on the outside, Jackson Watt in the number 3 slot here for Canterbury, the former Black Sox outfielder. Very dangerous hitter. Fouls it back, 1-1. So what makes Jackson an ideal number 3 hitter for Canterbury is he's a power hitter, but he also has a very good eye at the plate, great plate discipline, very high on-base average, and means pitchers have to basically pitch around them to and strike called, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Cameron Watts quickly out of the box there to grab the loose ball. Runners hold. 2-2 the count. First base open. Runners at 2 and 3. Fouled off, and so Watt stays alive in the box. So Jackson effectively facing his clubmate Mitchell Finney. They both play for the Papua Nui Tigers. And the full count. So we are seeing now that plate discipline that we spoke about earlier of Jackson Watt. Taking it out to a full count, which means that Mitchell Finney can't make the pitch too good, but he has to find the strike zone. And he's hit away. That's 2 RBIs coming up here for Jackson Watt off that hit to right centre field. So Bishop and Lum score on the hit by Watt. And we have a 2-0 lead to Canterbury with none down. Up now, Ruben Elkins, another one from the PCU Devils team that went to the Canberra tournament, the Canberra Skins tournament. He's just popped up, and it's going to go into shallow centre field. So the third successive hit of the inning and the game, obviously, for Canterbury. Runners at 1 and 2. Up now, Bailey Hamilton. So Bailey made his Black Sox debut in Canberra at the Canberra Skins tournament and in the Test series against Australia. He did a bit of pitching, played in the outfield, and performed pretty well. So taking a very open stance here to Mitchell Finney. And Jackson Watt's going to score there on the fielder's choice. So 3-0 to Canterbury, the fourth back-to-back hit by the Red Sox. And the third hit into shallow outfield territory. So Otago playing back a bit, playing deep, which is understandable against the Canterbury top order, but being caught out by the Texas League of singles. So now Grayson Keeper. And fouls off the bunt attempt. So Grayson, once with the PCU Devils Club, understand he's now at Rolleston. and using his experience to help that relatively new club at Premier level. Swing and a miss, so 0-2 the count. So count remains at 0-2. One and two now, and ball two, strike two, so keeper coming back in the count. And struck out on the change-up, automatically out the runner at first base. Up now, Caleb Stewart, playing third base today for the Red Sox and batting at 7 in the order. So ball one. And catch taken in centre field by Nathan Hill. So that's 2 down. Brings up the number 8 hitter Curtis Dove, playing second base today for Canterbury, and Curtis into the left side batter's box from the PCU Devils club. Leaves the first pitch, which is called strike. Fouled off, so 0-2. And strike out. So the second strikeout of the inning for Mitchell Finney, but not before giving up 3 runs and 4 hits. It is 3, isn't it? Okay, running through the defensive lineup for the Canterbury Red Sox as they take the diamond for the first time. On the pitching mound is Josh Kelly, another Black Sox new cap last week in Canberra. He'll be throwing 2. Catching is Ruben Elkins, and at first base Callum Bishop, at second base Curtis Dove, at third Caleb Stewart, shortstop Drew Delatour, in left field Grayson Keeper, in centre field Leon Lam, and in right field Jackson Watt. So Canterbury operating the designated player, which is Bailey Hamilton, but he's not in the field in this inning. So up to lead off for Otago will be James Matheson. He'll be followed by Matthew Watts and Mitchell Finney, and then Cam Watts. Kelly fires it down for a first pitch strike. And called for an illegal pitch. So that makes the count now 2 balls, 1 strike. And Kelly comes back with a strike to make it 2-2. Matheson tags it to right field, where Jackson Watt goes back and takes the catch for 1 down. Good contact made by Matheson, but straight to Jackson Watt. Up now, Matt Watts. Matt's often the coach for Otago. He's sort of deputed those duties today to his brother Ben. Ben, of course, is usually a Canterbury pitcher, originally from Otago, but coming back from injury, so not playing at the Jefferies Cup this weekend. Ball 1, strike 1. Two and 1 the count. Two and 2. And Matt Watts tags a hit that's going to drop into centre field for the first safe hit of the game for Otago. So that'll bring up Mitchell Finney to the left-handed batter's box. And Callum Bishop gives him a bit of room at first base, drops back a bit. So ball 1. Ball 2. So Mitchell Finney has hit the top pitches in the country in his last few seasons with Canterbury and Papua Nui. More than capable. He's on a 3-0 count now. Expect him to hang the bat up and just watch this next pitch come down. He takes a strike and 3-1. And good work there by Ruben Elkins to get out of the box and stop that ball going back to the net. But the walk goes to Mitchell Finney, and Matt Watts advances to 2. Brings up now Cameron Watts with Jaden Britt on deck. So Otago got a good top order here. They're certainly capable of producing runs. Cam Watts, it's the first pitch go for a strike on the inside. And timeout called by catcher Elkins. So Cam Watts at bat is an Otago school teacher, based in Dunedin. I believe last I heard he was at Kaikoura Valley School. He commutes up to play for the PCU Devils, and incidentally the catcher for the Canterbury at the moment is his understudy there, Ruben Elkins. The loose pitch goes through to the backstop, and both runners advance. So we've got runners now in scoring positions at 2 and 3. So Cam was in the Black Sox World Cup squad in 2022 in Auckland, and also played in the World Cup qualifier in Canada last year, which earned the Black Sox a place in the next World Cup finals in 2025 in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. Two and two the count. All called on the inside, and a close call there, and both the batter and pitcher grinned at that. So Josh Kelly just trying to jam up Cam Watts on the inside here. Watts stays alive at the plate. A safe hit of his bat would bring in 2 runs with the speed of Mitch Finney at second base. But strikeout, big strikeout by Kelly. So 2 down. Runners remain at 2 and 3. Up now Jaden Britt. Interesting call there by Otago. The temporary runner coming in on 2 outs for the pitcher Mitch Finney to expedite the warm-up for the next inning. And Britt fells off. So Jaden Britt, a pickup player for Otago from the Papua Nui Tigers club, a clubmate of Mitch Finney. Jaden has played for Otago before at this tournament, and is a handy hitter. So the club's one. It's popped up though to Curtis Dove, who takes the out, retires the side with 2 runners left on base, and Canterbury still leading 3-0. So just the 1 hit in that inning to Matt Watts, who was left stranded at 3, and 1 strikeout to Josh Kelly. So Otago, as they take the field here now, they retained the Bates Shield earlier this season, which is the trophy, one of the oldest trophies in South Island softball actually, up each year between the Southland and Otago men's teams. So in recent seasons, Otago have dominated that particular matchup. After many years of playing second fiddle to Southland, who were very strong there through the 60s through to the 90s. So leading off for Canterbury is actually the number 9 order in the hitter, number 9 hitter in the order rather, Drew Delatour, who was the only guy that didn't get to have an at-bat in the first inning. But he gets his opportunity now, facing Mitch Finney. with the Red Sox leading 3-0. Strike on the outside to the left-handed hitter. So 1-1. Drew Delatour switched this season to the Papua Nui Tigers club from PCU. He's the son of the Canterbury coach Paul Delatour, and his mum is a former New Zealand White Sox pitcher, Susie Delatour, formerly Susie Truman. And Drew picks up an opposite field hit, but it goes straight to the left fielder. So one down. Up now, Callum Bishop, who walked at his first plate appearance of the day. Ball on the inside. So Callum made his debut for the Black Sox in 2023 in a World Cup qualifying tournament, Oceania tournament in American Samoa. And he was back in the team for the trip to Canberra last week, where he played both in the outfield and a little bit at first base. First base fast becoming his specialist position. Very good practitioner there, and following in the footsteps of his father Gary, who held that role for Papua Nui for perhaps 20 years almost. So 3 balls, 1 strike on Callum Bishop. And Cal hits straight to shortstop Matheson for the second out of the inning. Up now Leon Lam, who started the hits procession for Canterbury in the first inning with a right field blooper single. Ball 1, strike 1. Ball 2, strike 1. Two and two. Sorry, 3 balls, 1 strike is the count. And Lum hits again. That's going to go all the way with the wind over the left centre field fence. The second hit of the game and for Leon Lum, and the 4th run for the Canterbury Red Sox. So just perfectly timed there by Lum. He just met the pitch and drove it, and the wind certainly assisted the flight. Up now Jackson Watt, who also singled at his first at-bat. Strike on the outside corner. So Jackson singled after going to a full count first time up. Ball 1, strike 1. Fell back, so ball 1, strike 2. So Jackson Watt, still a pretty young guy, probably about 26, 27 maybe, but he's been in this Canterbury Red Sox team a long time, and just looking around the lineup today, the likes of him and Curtis Dove, Callum Bishop are the senior guys here. And plenty of power by Jackson, just goes up the middle and singles to centre field to keep that 1,000 average going. So the power too much there for Mitchell Finney to have any chance of making a play on the mound. And now we have Ruben Elkins. And Ruben flies out to left field with the catches taken well there by the Otago fielder Caleb Ledry. So the Red Sox add one run to their tally. They're up now 4-0 going into the bottom half of the second inning. So Canterbury, having seen off the top order of the Otago lineup without conceding a run in the first inning, now going to the second, facing Corbin Tuwairua will lead off, the Otago right fielder, followed by Caleb Leddy and Arana Kelly. So just a bit of a word about Josh Kelly on the mound here for Canterbury. He plays for the Rolleston club, but he actually commutes from Nelson, his hometown, where he grew up and played all his early softball. And he comes down most weeks to play for Rolleston in the Canterbury Premiership to further his game. Caleb Stewart goes back and throws the batter out. So one pitch, one out for the Red Sox. So Caleb, I understand, hasn't played a lot of third base going into this tournament. He normally plays at second base, sometimes shortstop for Papanui. But Paul Delator has seen something in him and want him on the hot corner. So and he's played very well there this weekend. And when Paul Delator suggests that you switch positions in the infield, it's best to listen, because he's one of the greatest infielders Canterbury's ever had. So Caleb ahead 2-0 in the count. Make that 3-0 on the high pitch. So good batting here by Caleb Leddy, the left fielder, who's been quite busy in the field. Seen a bit of play go his way. He allows that pitch to go down for a strike, but remains well in command of the count at 3-1. Swing and a miss. And a ball on the inside to Caleb Leddy, who picks a walk on the full count. So Josh Kelly's dedication in coming down here to play for Rolleston has paid off, because he got a call up to the Black Sox for the first time last week. Did a bit of pitching, started the third game of the Test series against the Aussie Steelers. He's a former junior Black Sox pitcher, and he's now on a 1-1 count against the new batter Arana Kelly, the first baseman for Otago. And Caleb Leddy goes to scampers over to second base on the pass ball. All three, strike one. And the second walk of the inning picked by Kelly. So runners at 1 and 2 now with one down, and we'll bring up the number 9 hitter Nathan Hill, the centre fielder for Otago, with top of the order James Matheson on deck. Swing and a miss. And the ball dropped at third base on that playback from the foul fly was caught by Grayson Keeper over the line in left field. There was a bit of a scramble to cover third base, and Caleb Liddy profited from the spilled ball. So now runners at the corners with James Matheson up, 2 down though. And a great attempt by Curtis Dove, just a fantastic play by Dove, but the runner Matheson did beat the throw out, and on that play Otago scored their first run. So 4-1 now the score to the Red Sox, with Matt Watts, who singled at his first at bat, now at the plate. Oh, and Caleb Stewart moves well to his left and takes that catch. Again, a bit of power off the bat from Watts, but Caleb Stewart continues that fine form at third base to retire the side. Not before Otago got a run though, and just reduced that deficit to 4-1. So just a word here about the Otago battery. So Mitchell Finney and Cam Watts, they both Dunedin domiciled, but they commute to Christchurch to play for club ball. Mitch for Papanui, Cam for PCU Devils, and so they're doing a lot of miles in the course of their softball careers. Probably know every pit stop on the state highway between Dunedin and Christchurch like the back of their hand. Up now, Bailey Hamilton, the DP for Canterbury, and the number 5 hitter in the order. Very open stance. And strike one. So Bailey opens up that stance. If you're old enough to remember Patrick Shannon, the Black Sox catcher, who used to bat that way. Strike on the outside corner. And hit pitch, so Hamilton gets down to first base. Brings up Grayson Keeper. And Caleb Stewart on deck. Swing and a miss. Strike one. And great base stealing there by Hamilton. One and two the count. So Hamilton, stealing on that pitch, profited from the error at second. Strike out. So keeper strikes out for the second time in the game. That's one down, and that is strikeout number 3 for Mitchell Finney. Swing and a miss by Caleb Stewart, chasing that high pitch. He flew out to centre fielder's first at bat. Attempted squeeze play there by Canterbury, but Stewart unable to put the ball into play. And fouls off. And Matheson takes that very well on the backhand and makes the out at first base. But Stewart will collect the RBI there on the fielder's choice. So this is Curtis Dove at bat. Almost pulled off an amazing play in the field in the last inning, but the base runner Matheson able to beat it out at the end. Ball 1, strike 1. And Dove hits up the middle and just sort of slaps the ball in many ways, just past pitcher Finney for the first hit of the inning. With 2 down now, Drew Delatour, the number 9 hitter in the order. And strike called. So I mentioned earlier that Drew is the son of Paul Delatour, the Canterbury coach, and Susie Delatour, the former White Sox pitcher. His grandfather, Neil Truman. And a great throw by Cam Watts, nailed Dove, who's got a lot of pace at second base. So just finishing that story, Drew Delatour's grandfather, Neville Truman, was a real stalwart of Canterbury softball. He represented Canterbury in the 1950s, later moved to Ashburton and resurrected the game of softball in mid-Canterbury. Produced some pretty good women's teams as a coach in mid-Canterbury with his daughters Susie, who I mentioned earlier, Drew's mum, and her sister Kay, and has made a great contribution to the game in that part of the world. So Drew comes from families that are steeped in Canterbury softball. Up now, Mitchell Finney facing the pitching of his opposite number in the game today, Josh Kelly. So Mitchell picked a walk, first at bat. This time he's driven a hit which Dove did really well and knocked down, but a head first slide into first base by Finney. So, ouch, that hurts, diving head first on the AstroTurf infield here at Dynasty Ballpark. Another great play by Curtis Dove. He did really well to react to that. It was a hard hit off the bat of Finney, and most other players you would be able to get the out, but Finney's quick, and he dove head first into the bag as well. So Cam Watts at bat. He's 1-0 up in the count. Strike called on the outside corner. So Cam Watts at bat. We mentioned earlier that he's Black Sox catcher. Came into the side at the 2022 World Cup. He's also played under Thomas Markier at first base and third base for the Black Sox, and used as a pinch runner sometimes too, which is unusual for catchers, but he has a lot of speed, and so has a lot of tools to his game, and spent a big part of his youth catching the big brother Ben in the backyard. And not quite able to get the second leg of the double play, but nice play there made by Stewart and Dove for the lead runner Finney. But again, I mentioned the speed of Cam Watts, and that's why Canterbury couldn't, despite doing everything perfectly defensively, couldn't pick off the second leg of the double. Ball one, strike one on Jaden Britt, the number 5 hitter for Otago. So Jaden, another one from a prominent Canterbury softball family. His brother Ryan, his older brother, pitches for PCU Devils. Jaden plays for the Papanui Tigers, his boyhood club. Their father, Murray, was a top Canterbury pitcher, and their grandfather, Gavin Britt, was a prominent coach, former Canterbury player in his time as well. So three generations of the family have played Jefferies Cup softball over the years. And this time the double is completed. So Caleb Stewart, continuing his fine form at third base, picks off the runner Cam Watts at second, and then in combination with Curtis Dove, the better base runner is taken out at first. So Canterbury backing up their early hitting with some pretty good defence in this game. So Otago lead that one run, had 2 runs on base, but had them picked off at second, and they now trail 5-1 to Canterbury. As we go into the top of the fourth. So Drew Delator will be back in the batter's box for Canterbury, because the third out of the previous inning was taken at second base on the steal. Going over there to the first base coach's box for the Canterbury Red Sox is Callum Muir. who not that long ago was in the lineup. So he, I think maybe the season before last, was his last one for the Red Sox after many years of service, both as an outfielder and an infielder. So Delator attempts the running bunt there. Like his dad Paul, a pretty good exponent of the short game, bunting, slapping from the left side, and good wheels down to first base. Ball one, strike one. So we're just seeing the wind whipping up here a wee bit at Dynasty Ballpark, and could make conditions a bit difficult. Delator drives a hit, just goes with his power zone to through second base to right field. Up now, top of the order, Callum Bishop, who is looking for his first hit of the game, but he's had many at this tournament, including some over the fence. So Bishop also a dangerous batter in the sense that he can play both the short game and hit with power, and he's got a lot of speed, so very capable of the extra base hit. But he leaves that go, and it's called strike. Too far outside to tempt a left-handed batter. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Callum Bishop. Drew Delator at first base. Bishop hits opposite field. It's going to go over the head of the left fielder. He can't quite grab it, and Delator scoots around the 3. Bishop 2-2. So Leon Lum up with a 1,000 average so far from a single and an automatic home run over left centre field. Ball on the outside, so fouled off. So most of the Otago infield fielding in a step with runners at 2 and 3 and less than 2 down. No outs in fact, so ball 2, strike 1. Nice catch taken by Matt Watts, moving to his left. The runners remain where they were at 2 and 3, 1 down. Up now Jackson Watt. Jackson batting 2 from 2, 1,000 average. And he hits another one that might go all the way. It is. It's a 3-run shot off the bat of Jackson Watt. So Canterbury now extend that lead to 8-1, and the dugout empties to celebrate with the home run hitter Watt. I'm not the official scorer, but I think that might have been 4 RBIs for Jackson Watt today. So great batting effort by the Canterbury Red Sox stalwart and dugout leader. Ruben Elkins at bat, so he's had a hit today. He's 1 from 2. And the fielding is done there by Arana Kelly at first base. So unassisted out for the first baseman from Otago. Two down. And up now Bailey Hamilton, who is 1 from 1. So Hamilton singled at his first at bat and then was hit by a pitch at his second plate appearance. And strike call, but Bailey Hamilton well ahead in the count, 3-1. And picks a walk, so his second free pass in a row. Hit pitch at his last effort, and a walk now. Bringing up Grayson Keeper, looking for his first hit of the game. And strike 2, so 0-2 the count on Keeper. And Finney does his own fielding for the third out, but another big inning by Canterbury with 3 runs off the bat of Jackson Watt for an 8-1 lead. So after 4 offensive innings by the Canterbury Red Sox, they have 9 safe hits. 3 of those off the bat of Jackson Watt, 2 from Leon Lum. So some impressive batting by the Canterbury top order, showing why they are in those slots. and they've given Josh Kelly a 7-run lead to work with in the bottom half of the fourth inning. So Josh likely to be joined on the pitching staff for the National Fast Pitch Championships when Canterbury go there in February by Ben Watts, who's coaching here at third base for Otago, who's coming back from an injury, and also Liam Potts, who from the PCU Devils Club, who pitched for the Black Sox last week and is just having a bit of a break this weekend. So 0-2 to Kelly. Kelly does his own fielding. He'll flip the ball over to Bishop at first base. One down. And up now Caleb Liddy, who walked at his last at bat and scored Otago's only run. Swing and a miss, and strike one. Strike on the corner. So Kelly starting to find his groove here now in the middle stages of the game, or potentially the end stages if Canterbury retain the 7-run lead. So ball one, strike two. And strikeout number 2 of the game for Josh Kelly. Brings up Arana Kelly. So Kelly to Kelly, and Arana walked at his first two bat. And Curtis Dove juggles but recovers and throws out the runner at first base. So Otago 3 up, 3 down in the inning. And a pitching change being made by Otago coach Ben Watts, and he's bringing Jaden Britt onto the mound, who a lot of us can't recall pitching a premier game before in Christchurch, but his name's Britt and pitching's in the blood, so I'm sure he'll have one or two handy deliveries taught in the backyard by Father Murray at some stage of his boyhood. So absolutely no pressure here on Jaden Britt with his Papanui clubmate Caleb Stewart at bat. Stewart hits, and the ball is just missed there in right field. Stewart goes to 3, he's turning, he's going for the plate, and he's going to go and score in the head first slide. So Canterbury aren't holding back. They've got that 7-run lead, make that 8 now after that error assisted home run, if you like, from Caleb Stewart. So Curtis Dove facing the pitching of Jaden Britt. And just pulled foul by Dove, the left-handed hitter, just pulled it wide of first base. Dove hits a towering hit there into right field, and the catch taken well there going back by the Otago right fielder. So a good bounce back there by Corbin Whatukura to take that out. Drew Delator, 1 from 2 at bat, with 1 down and bases open. And the out made there by the second base. So the second base is a substitute player, that's Hemi Takona. Up now, Kellen Bishop facing his clubmate, Jaden Britt. A few smiles being exchanged between pitcher and batter. They know each other well from when they were kids at Papanui. Probably didn't expect to be facing off in this particular situation, but here we are. Two balls, 1 strike. And the innings ends with Bishop grounding out there to first base, and that means Canterbury added only the 1 run after that home run on an error by Caleb Stewart. They push the lead out now to 9-1, going into the bottom half of the 5th inning and needing just 3 outs to end this game early. So just a little delay here while the Otago coach Ben Watts makes a couple of changes. So we're seeing now Benjamin Foster will come into bat for Nathan Hill at number 9 in the order, and then there'll be James Matheson, the leadoff, will retain that role. He's in the on-deck circle, but I understand following him will be another substitute, Dennis Crystal. Strike down the middle. First pitch faced by Ben Foster, the pinch hitter. Foster makes great contact, but the ball goes straight to the glove of Della Torre at shortstop for 1 out. Up now James Matheson, who's made really good contact in this game both times at bat, and got a single for his last opportunity. Dove will take that nice and easy, just underhands it over to Bishop at first. 2 down, so 1 out for the ball game. And Otago basically running through their roster and giving an opportunity now to Dennis Crystal to bat for Matthew Watts, who's probably been their best hitter today. So ball 1. But good to see Ben Watts giving an opportunity to all his squad, and they don't get much chance to play softball at this level. So nice to see each player getting an opportunity to maximise the exposure. Swing and a miss, so 2-1 now the count. And Dove makes another out. Quite a nonchalant flip there to Bishop at first base for the out, and that ends the ball game at 9-1 win to the Canterbury Red Sox. So they retain the Jefferies Cup trophy, which basically has been in almost permanent possession here for a long time, and they did it in style. Off the bats actually of Jackson Watt, his 3 hits, including a 3-run homer, and Leon Lam, who also put the ball out of the park and picked up two really good hits. So good work though by Otago to make the final and to be pretty competitive, considering that they didn't have Ben Watts as a potential pitching option. So thanks to the umpires, the scorer, to Jamal on the scoreboard here with us, and we'll no doubt be posting the award winners, the various individual award winners, on the Canterbury Softball Facebook page. So the Jefferies Cup tournament, which has been going around for probably since World War II, is over for another season, and the Canterbury Red Sox retain the trophy. So just signing off, Tony Smith from Dynasty Ballpark, and please return week by week for more coverage of Canterbury Premier Softball.